And welcome back, Crypto Hulk. Another good show lined up. Still working on this light issue. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyhow, what we got lined up here is Google. This is pretty big right here. Google is working with just central banks of the world for offline CBDC. And I'm gonna tell you what, just the stuff that I've seen, stuff that I've shown you, I probably should show this article as well. I'm going to look up something here for you in a minute. But what we're seeing right now is all these months now for the past, I don't know, 8 months, 9 months. I've been showing you all the deep dive connections and all roads go back to Ripple. All right. From Ripple Singapore, where they had the exchange, where they could exchange gold and silver. Oh, yeah. Gold, silver, stocks, bonds. Ripple had wallets for their customers, all these things. And then I even was showing you guys that I discovered Ripple and Ryan Fugger going back to 2004. It was remarkable. The other day, I heard David Schwartz announce, yep, and we were talking and with Ryan Fugger back in 2004, and then boom, it just hit me. It's like I've been in crypto 3.5 years. Maybe we're pushing 4, close to 4. Let's say 3.5. And it's like the minute I heard him say that, I was like, whoa, because I've never heard this before. That's why I started Crypto Hulk, so I could have a channel where I could present information that I don't hear anywhere else. So finally, I hear him acknowledge that 2004. And I'm like, you guys already knew that. This channel, the people that follow me already know Hulk traits it all the way back to 2004. You can go back about 7 months ago on my channel, on my live section, my live programs. Look through some of the titles I got. I got content nobody else even has. And the reason they won't do the show because they don't know where I got the stuff at. They don't know where I got my news and stuff. Can't find it. So that's why none of them. Think about this. All the XRP Maxi people that went to the Las Vegas, go Ripple, woohoo! We're gonna hopefully be rich one day. Let's all meet in Las Vegas and have big smiles and show that we're getting down. But you ask them, hey, what year did Ripple actually start? And they'll be like, don't ask me tough questions because I can't answer them. Truly sad. My name is Crypto Hulk. Not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor by any means. Don't listen to a word I say. Everything's fake on the show. Let's see. All the articles I have, I Photoshop. They're completely faked. The information's bogus. If I tell you to buy something, don't buy it. And what else? Oh yeah, I just got done serving 50 years in jail for fraud and financial advice. There you go. Now the Rumble account will be starting in a couple days. Halloween Day, actually, about 3 days from now, 2.5. I'll do a morning show on Halloween Day. I will be running both channels because I like YouTube, except for the communist and all those kinds of just the reach that it has with all the how-to videos, everything about and the nature channels. But I need to have a backup for all my content because I've already lost one YouTube channel about 3.5 years ago. Like when I first started, when I started 3.5 years ago, 3 weeks in, they started to shadow ban the channel. 3 weeks in, I had 8,500 people join my channel in like 3 weeks. And all of a sudden, then I had to hire a moderator, which was Veronica 33. Because I was just swamped. The live chats, like the top chat, like right now, I couldn't really read it because I tried to read the sentence and then boom, it's down. Like I'd have a live stream and there'd be like 3,000 people on the live stream. It was crazy. But then YT knew, oh man, if this guy has got 3,000 people on a live stream after 3 weeks, this dude's taking over YT. crypto. Well, they already knew. So I'm moving over to Rumble. I'm going to have both channels run at the same time. Meaning, I mean, I'll have shows on one channel and shows on the other. So I'm not going to be leaving YouTube. But the name there, if you want to get subscribed so you can actually get notifications and stuff, it's Hulk, Hulk, and you put a space, and then crypto, Crypto. I will be doing shows there that I do not do here. And then I'll be doing shows over there that will not be on YouTube just because the censorship issue and so forth. I don't have to do censorship free shows every day. It's just sometimes if I want something juicy, then maybe I'll just drop it on Rumble instead because I already know the little commies are gonna, like yesterday, they wouldn't let my show, even though I started a brand new one, they wouldn't let that show go either. And so they've already shown I need a backup channel. And then I'm going to have at least one or two other social medias on top of that. Because as we get closer to when crypto takes off, they definitely don't want you to know. Okay. That's my job. You guys pay me. So I've got to find the deepest, best news to show you what's going on. They don't want that. They want me to do what all the other channels do, sprinkle the top 5 or 10 news stories. Don't dig deep. Just read the titles and spend about 45 seconds per video. That's what YT wants. They want big numbers of viewers. So I guess that's how they make money or something. Sponsorships want that as well. I don't need big numbers. I just need loyal members. And then I'll go dig deep and present stuff. I don't have to have 500,000 people. I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't have to. Because my main goal is to inform you and be like no other channel on any of these social medias. All right. So let me see who was first here. Stephen Morris, then XRP Flea, Disture, followed on Rumble. Sir Hulks a lot. Hey, wait a minute there, buddy. Sir Hulks a lot is like just installed Rumble, getting pretty sick of the YT bullshit. You know, I'm just trying to show you guys news. News that's already out there. I'm not making it up. I'm just showing it. It'd be different. I could understand if I'm making up lies, well, which I am, but if I'm making up lies and stuff and then talking about a lot of stuff I won't mention the name of as far as overthrowing these kind of things. Okay, I could probably see that. But when I'm just reporting news, I show you the article. I'm not making it, well, I do Photoshop the articles. Okay, Crypto Hulk. Well, you guys all get the point, right? It's that I'm not broadcasting an opinion. I'm just showing facts. And I guess we're not allowed to do that anymore in America. Another 5 years, it's going to be all bad in the USA. I won't even be here. When I get crypto rich, I'm gone. So America can go full communist, wherever they got to do. And I'm going to be in some country, probably up in some mountains somewhere, spending the rest of my years, probably growing alpaca llamas up in the Bolivian mountains or something. Who the hell knows where I'm going? But those are the people that are first here. Then we got Alfredo Abadia. Welcome to the members video live stream. Oh, by the way, it's Saturday morning, 6:30 a.m. in California. Hello. God, Crypto Hulk, you're really doing that at 6:30? Yeah, I am. It's so I can get to people in England and all the way down, all the way through Europe and down to Africa and New York. Probably nobody in California is watching at 6:30 in the morning on a Saturday. Unless they're just getting off work. Sean Bowers. Sean, thanks for that donation. This is a listener-supported channel. I want to say that. These other channels, they're all accredited investors. So when they say, hey, go to link 2 and check out the private equity, yeah, number 1 requirement, you got to be a millionaire. Number 1. Number 2, to buy these things, you can't just buy $5 or $10 worth. You got to drop like $5,000 or $10,000. So these are the kind of channels, and I'm not putting that down. Those are rich people channels, all right? And I'm trying to have a channel that's the anti-crypto channel. So it's listener support. If you look down below, there's a little money symbol box. That's the emergency alert system. When you push that, fill out the information, and it prevents you from getting destroyed. All right. I have viewers that support this channel. So that's another reason why. See, YT wants me to have all these big time businesses or something sponsor this channel, and then they can run their whatever ad campaigns. And I get the emails each month, but I turn all of them down because I know I can't do the show that I want to do. So I'd rather, instead of having some business say, hey, Crypto Hulk, yeah, you can't really talk about China that way, or Crypto Hulk, yeah, you can't mention that country, or see, I'm able to have the show that I want because of all of you. If you are listening to this channel, it's an open show. It's not going to always be open because I'm going to start doing way more private shows. When this Rumble thing gets going, this YouTube's going to half. So as much as you like watching the show, it's going to be cut in half. Just letting you know. And it's going to go private, and then half public, half private. Probably eventually it'll be 25% open to the public, then 75% private on YT, just because of censorship issues. So that's just that's just reality. Because the more open show I have, they just hammer down and hammer down. So I can't even make a show. Like yesterday, couldn't even make a show. Now, what I've noticed is with the open shows like this, if I hit the box for advertisements, then they kind of ease up considerably, actually. Now, my topics are real deep. So even when I allow the advertising stuff, I'm using that as a shield because YT is all about the money, right? So if I open advertising where I can have commercials, then they tend to back away because like, oh, this dude's bringing YT money. But when I start talking about certain things, then they start jacking the channel up. Like yesterday, I couldn't even get the channel going; it wouldn't work. So that's where private members only comes in. That's kind of how I see over the next week or 2 and 3 is my show is going to have to go down to just 25% free open shows and then just 75% closed because the censorship's just getting out of hand. And like it doesn't do any good. I can have an open show and then they just won't air it. So then nobody gets to watch the show. So I've got to make a choice. Allow paying members to watch my show or do free shows where they just keep jamming it up and jamming it up. That's not the other option. So it's going to be paid member shows only at 75% on YT due to censorship issues. So if you have a problem with that, contact YT and tell them to get off my channel and stuff. If it works, great. I can go back to having more open shows on YT. But other than that, I'm just going to close shows from now on. Eventually, it's 75% of my shows. All right, Eric Goldsmith, member for 7 months. Bring the lies, Hulkster. 1970s legend. 1970 legend is here at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. Need to get your head examined there, buddy. People are like, damn, Crypto Hulk, you really have to have 6:30 a.m. shows. Lex Vortex for a couple of XRP on me. Lex, thank you very much. Appreciate that. A couple people. That's weird. Lex. Okay. Roman. I know that you served 50 years in jail for financial crime and fraud, but still want to ask you if you were to buy 3 ISO coins, which will you choose? Hope you can answer this question. If I had to buy 3 ISO coins, this is a joke answer for new people, so you get my sense of humor. I don't want you to go out and buy one of these. I think I'll probably get Shiba Inu first, then Pepe, and then probably like Ethereum or Bitcoin, one of those two. Those would make brilliant financial choices. All right. Hello, Mo. Underpass 61 version 2, by the way, because he got his show axed, or his name axed by the commie YT. Excellent video quality. So just somehow it happens when I leave some kind of vague title. I don't get specific in the title. It's like a sleeper. Then the YouTube police is all, oops, I said that word. Then the YT police just kind of like ignores, so far at least, the video. But if I start getting real, you watch. This video get all jittery and matrix pixelated and all kinds of stuff because they want you poor. Do you get it? They want you broke. They don't want you to learn here. This doesn't happen to other channels. You know, you watch them all. I used to watch a lot of them, 10 different ones. Then it whittled down to 2 to 3 ish and 1 ish. And now I'm kind of like, if I'm just so damn bored, I'll listen to somebody for 5 or 10 minutes. Just, well, if I'm eating breakfast or something. But yeah. But all of a sudden now, I'm not talking about nothing important, and the video just all of a sudden it's clear, super clear, like 1080 clear, maybe 4K. Who knows, right? Interesting. Carpathian Eagle. Be smart and listen to what Sir Hulk says. Learn because the door will close. Oh, yeah. And many will remain outside. I think he is the only man who wants good. Look, that's why I have a channel. I have an open channel. I mean, look, you can watch the show for free. I've had this open show for 3.5 years. All right. But time is closing in, and those days are going to have to end because I have to go what's best for most of the people that watch the show, and that's 75% private shows. Because the censorship is going to destroy the whole channel. I'd rather shut out people that can't afford the $5. And it's kind of like you got to save the ones that are able to be saved. I can't keep doing these open shows because they're just grinding down on this channel. So I've got to do the closed show. Then they know there's only a handful of people that watch it. Like I can't reach millions on a closed show. We'll probably have 300 to 400 people, maybe 500 watch the closed show. Well, it's better than having 0 on an open show. So I have to look at what's best for the people that want to know. I'd rather teach 500 than 0. So that's how I do it. Carpathian. Thank you very much for that donation. Hit the like buttons. Underpass 61 version 2 is like, is this the right button? Wait, I thought it was the emergency alert button. Oh, did you trick me? No, I thought it was. I don't know what that is. Whoops, we got another sucker. Okay, I'll get through this here in just a second. Jimmy Dean, hit that test button, peeps. Thank you very much for that donation. Again, down below. Now, not everybody sees this. If you don't see it, then you have to delete the YT app. Well, here's another thing that happens. What I'm finding myself having to do now is 1 to 2 times a week, I have to go on my cell phone. It has to be on a cell phone. You delete the YT app. I mean, if you have an app on a computer, I don't think people use that anymore, but if you do, you got to delete it and then reload it. What that does is it takes off all the commie controls that YT is trying to do. You'll get notifications, all these things. Now, when you get unsubscribed, you need to also raise hell and threaten YT legally, but just threaten them. But don't say anything that's illegal. But when you delete that app, it will reset everything when you go back. But it's only good for so long. It's not gonna be good for months. It's good for maybe like 3 to 5 to 7 days tops. Because about once a week or so, YT comes in, starts zapping people. Not everybody, but it's zapping maybe 30% of my audience. So just delete the phone app, then reload it. And you're usually good to go. You'll see the little money symbol. Some people I know don't have a little money symbol. Then what they did is they deleted their phone app and reloaded it. And then, gee, all of a sudden it's there. Okay. So that's how it works. You have to check your subscribe button frequently. So, but we won't have that problem on Rumble. So Jimmy Dean. And then we got looking for best two. Thank you for that donation. Appreciate it. That's just how it works. It's listener supported. YT can go F themselves. Tyler Creighton, late fee, busy raising my 3 toddlers. Oh, well, once you're crypto rich, you can go hire one of the best nannies you can find, all right? MC Prosperity gave 5 people a membership. Let's see who those 5 people are. Okay, right there. After the fellowship, Lou Diamond 84, Sergio Aguilera, Carol De Salvo, oh, Kurt Rogers. I want to encourage people that have gotten a free membership before. It's just, if you're watching the show, please get a membership on your own rather than relying on there's literally a handful of people that like to help others. And by you continually getting free membership, that's wrong. And I would hope that the only people that truly cannot afford the membership or truly are brand new people get the free memberships. So if you're watching the show and you know you're not going to pay, then turn off. Like watch it as an outside viewer instead of a member, because then you're going to get a free membership that some other poor person should really have and not you. So that's how I kind of look at these things. Rafael Garcia, hello from Portugal. Big hug. I think that's it. And let us go. Let's go to the news. Here we go. Google. Watch this. Google's so massive. Like they run everything. I think they are an extension of the government. That's what I truly, honestly believe. Like well, we all know when Twitter was ran, they had a government, 3-letter agency had offices in Twitter. I mean, so I know they have them at YT. That's probably who's doing it. Some kind of government person in YT that's doing it to the channel. Juan Gonzalez, brand new member. So if we look here at the article, Google pitches offline CBDC to central banks. Now, this is not new, offline, the concept. It goes back to 2014. David Schwartz invented offline contracts for crypto. This wasn't really known by barely anybody in crypto, except like if you want to call them the geeks or the top nerds. Most people have no idea. Like 10 years ago, Ripple already had smart contracts. I have a show that's a shorter video, and I have longer videos. I've already shown how Ripple had Ripple Singapore. See, no other channels talk about this because they have no idea. My channel's the only one. And that's the benefit of watching this show, is you'll hear the news that no other channel has. So Ripple back in the day, 10 years ago, 2013 in Singapore had gold, silver. You could interchange crypto with gold and silver. They had stocks, bonds, offline contracts, wallets, all kinds of things. And then shoot, darkness, radio darkness, gone, hidden. Not that anything went out of business. It's mission accomplished. They've done it all. They officially had it done 2013. Then what they had to do is let the rest of the world build up. That's what we've been waiting for 10 years. Is this building up? Okay. They were here super early building this stuff. Then they completed it. Think about all the early development. I've shown the yearbook. My channel is the only channel that showed the Ripple yearbook. Go back and look at my little video section. We've got videos from everybody that worked at Ripple, their face pictures. If you click on some of them, you can see what they did at Ripple. Truly amazing. No other channel has showed you that. They don't have access to information like you guys have. I make it a purpose to find news. I will drill down and dig deep and find stuff for you. The other channels, look, they're just trying to get their sponsor money. You don't pay them, you pay me. These other channels, once they get their sponsorship money, it's kind of like screw you guys, right? Do they dig deep? Do they show any of the evidence that I got? No, none at all. But every day they do talk about what their sponsors and why you need to go there and get your gold cards and art paintings and stuff like that. Okay, we all know where their priorities are at. So on Google Pay, oh, let's start off with this. You're gonna have a little dessert before your breakfast. Ooh, Crypto Hulk. Who has dessert for breakfast? I want you to look. This is cool. No other channel has this except mine. And you guys, Bo Hunter says I registered a complaint with the FCC. Oh, about YouTube, and then go ahead, Bo Hunter, put that link in here so people can find it. Because some people go to trying to find out where to file a complaint is impossible. But if you have the link, Bo Hunter Corian, then please put the link down below here. Fred, thank you very much for that donation. So we have a link. Let me show this link again. Wait a second. Make sure I get it right. Here's something that no other channel has. Here's J316. Thank you for that donation. Appreciate that a lot. Says, I built this tech, distributed ledger technology plus BLK chain for over a decade, and you are the only channel anyone needs to pay attention to. Grab your ISO now. You're on the ARC, XRP, XLM, XTC, HPAR, VET, Solo, Corium, GBEX, Flare, Songbird. Pretty much. Those are the ones that I recognize as being stuff that I would invest in because I believe in who their relationships are with. That's important too. I just sent you a link on a show that I've done. I've shown it a lot. It's from 2013. Like I said, and I got more than this, but it shows just some of the people that worked at Ripple back in the day. What I wanted to show you, though, is they had Google there, NASA. See, no other channel is able to show you this. The New York Federal Reserve, the National, and I'm not going to say security, and I'm not going to say agency, Square, Twitter, okay? And what we have here is this, okay? Were the actual agencies officially Ripple partners? No, that's Balderdash. What I'm showing you is this. Remember how Rosie Rios, the 43rd Treasurer of the United States, announces she's going to go work, she's going to leave the Treasury. This woman who's in charge of all the money in the country goes to work for Ripple. She quits her job as a treasurer of the United States in charge of all the gold and everything. She signs her signatures on all the money. She up and leaves while Ripple's in a court suit being sued, while everybody in crypto is dumb. Oh, Ripple's being sued. Why does Rosie Rios quit her job and go to work for Ripple? That's what I'm talking about when I show this page right here. Is that unofficially, Ripple has all these companies and countries, government agencies working with them unofficially. They're not going to be like, oh yeah, the national, and I'm not going to say security, and I'm not going to say agency. They're not going to file an agreement or something. That they're not doing that. So when dumb people say, oh, those companies aren't working for Ripple, well, number one, you can't even find the page, dumbass. Yeah, number one, find the page, number one. If you're so smart, find out where I'm getting this from, dumbass. Then we can have a discussion. Next, when Rosie Rios leaves and goes to work for Ripple, so there they can put the US Treasury on it. Think of Australia. Australia wanted to have CBDCs and electronic money. Where'd they go? To Ripple, unofficially. Okay. So I know that you're not going to have the actual agency of NASA in Ripple. Someone's like, oh, that's not official. I'm just like, wow, these stupid fucking cocks have to leave comments like this. Look, if you're so smart, let's see. I want you to show your face on a channel. I want you to have your own channel. That which you can't know once they see you, you're gonna be looking god awful and you can't even communicate. But once you get past that barrier, try to find the news I have, and we can go on and on. So with Australia, what happened is Dilip Rao from Ripple quit and went to work for Australia. That's how these things work. So we could put Australia on this list as a Ripple partner. I mean, my God, you have a guy who was at Ripple from day one who's now working for Australia. And guess what? When he's done there, guess where he goes? Probably back to Ripple. Okay. Or wherever they place him. That's how this works. With Ripple, when you see Goldman Sachs, Google, Microsoft, NASA, New York Federal Reserve, these people quit these different agencies and go to work for Ripple to complete projects, and then they go and move on. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is right now, Ripple just happens to have what? The Treasurer of the United States of America working for them. You need to think about this. So this page that I'm this 2 minute and 38-second video that I have where it shows Twitter right there. Is it a coincidence now that Twitter's now called X? Well, gee, CryptoHog, that's just a coincidence. When you show that page with Twitter, that just means that somebody used to work for Twitter, quit, and went to work for Ripple. I'm like, wow, you just don't get it, do you? The Treasurer of the United States left and went to work for Ripple during a lawsuit. Like, what does that tell you? Well, that's just a coincidence too, CryptoHog. Maybe she just wanted a different job. No. So that's where we're getting this thing with Google. Yesterday, the BIS Innovation Hub. Oops. I can't even get into this article without Ripple being there. I got to show a truth bomb. I can't even read the article and I got to show a truth bomb. Right there. What does this say? Ripple is working with the Bank for International Settlements. When was this? Oh, just August of this year. Let's get back to the article. Yesterday, the BIS Ripple Partner Innovation Hub published a design guide. Stop. That's probably all we need to know right there. But let's go on. Let's see what tech Google's using. We have no idea, right? Even though I just showed you on a Ripple website from 2013, Google's there. And wow, this article is about Google, isn't it? And then I just showed you the BIS Innovation Hub is a partner with Ripple. All these are just coincidences, CryptoHawk. Doesn't mean a thing at all. You're just reaching for stuff. No, if I was, I'd be reaching to punch the fuck out of you. That's what I'd like to do. Yesterday, the BIS Innovation Hub published a design guide for offline central bank digital currencies. Well, I'm glad they mentioned the word offline, because here I'm going to show you what Ripple did back in 2014. That's offline contracts. I'll show you this right now. If you click on that link that I just sent you, let me look at it on my end. You need to go to the 40, about the 38-second mark, 40-second mark. I'll give you a second to go there. So the last link I just sent you is a Ripple page, talks about Codius. That everyone's like, oh, Codius is dead. No, it's not. I already showed you how in 2013 it was Ripple Singapore, gold, silver, stocks, bonds. Codius was all being used, and then they put the brakes on it all. Codius didn't die. Codius completed the project. It worked. That's where it's been. These other channels have no clue about this at all. Zero clue. Except Crypto Hulk channel. Now, in the 40-second mark here, we're at the end of Codius. It's a white paper. It's like smart contracts, smart oracles, smart everything. And it says here, special thanks. So they're giving acknowledgments. The Ripple team, basically Evan Schwartz and Stefan Thomas are the two guys that made Codius. David Schwartz had a portion of that in there. Special thanks to David Schwartz for pointing out the concept of offline contracts. Oh, and this was 2014. Now I want you to know that about only 2 years ago, so Codius was about 10, let's say. It wasn't until 2 years ago Ripple acknowledged they had offline contracts. But it was 9 months ago when I told all of you, because I did my original Codius paperwork. I made the show on Codius about 9 months ago. Ripple announced 2 months ago they had the contracts. I was already announcing 9 months ago. So if you watch my show, you're ahead. So we go back. Oh, wait a second. I got some people that donated here. Hold on there, buddy. Miru. There's that name in that Miru guy. Richard Albertini gave 5 people memberships, and Space Cadet was one. David, JP Martin, PZ, Wander. Those were the 5 people that Richard Albertini gave you a membership. Miru, 2004. Thanks, Hulk. Can we have some merchandise with Boy Jove for us in the UK? I could have to run that by and see what we're working on. But yeah, if you go to my Rumble, if you look below this, my little picture right here, you see me on, you'll see that I have a merchandise store on Rumble. And for people that just came in, I'll be running 2 channels starting Halloween Day in America. I'll have a Rumble. The name is Hulk, HULK, put a space, and then Crypto, CRYPTO. Just sign up. Currently, it's a free member sign up. And because I need another channel in case, because my teeth just keeps messing with this channel too much. Michael Gilbert, thank you very much. Appreciate your donation. Along with Miru. Ragnar Nystrom. 3-letter agencies at Twitter wasn't official either. Oh, just a coincidence. It wasn't official. And again, my theory on, you know why we have no crypto laws and regulations. That's because the 3-letter agencies, if there were laws and regulations, the 3-letter agencies couldn't work on it. See, Ripple is a 3-letter agency. It's a temp agency where all different agencies go to work at that Ripple office. Everybody's undercover. They're all signed non-disclosure agreements with, and I'm the only one that showed you on that video there earlier, the national, not going to say security, not gonna say agency. So let's go back. Well, Henry Brown. Wait, didn't Henry Brown already? Henry Brown gave somebody a membership, and that was Shane Mills. Thank you, Henry. For Halloween Hulk button test. Very cool. Appreciate that. All right. So we got yesterday, the Bank for International Settlements published a design guide for offline central bank digital currencies. As part of Project Polaris, involved a dozen vendors. That means crypto companies. We all know who they're going to pick. It, we pretty much named them all in this show. Okay. For solutions, one of the solutions providers was Google. Oh, gee, I wonder why. Maybe because they're right there day one with Ripple. I just showed you the evidence right there. Although the BIS Ripple partner document does not discuss Google's offering. Do you see how okay, foolish all this is? Like I'm reading this article, I almost want to laugh because to us, it's so easy to see what they're talking about. I'm dropping information showing 2013 Ripple websites. No one else is. And then I'm showing you how Google is there from day one. And we've already discussed about not having official relationships. That's just how it goes. So if you can't handle the fact that I found how Google was there from day one with Ripple, then just go watch your other channel. Oh God, Crypto can't say that. Oh, I can say whatever the fuck I want. And when I find out who haters are, I block them for harassment. That's the joy. I feel that when I block dumbasses off my channel. Fucking love it. Because then it means you got to go back and deal with losing your channel or whatever it is because you're harassing people. Makes me happy. So, Google Pay wallets. Oh, yeah, by the way, so I already showed you how in 2013, Ripple Singapore had wallets already for their customers. And about 2 to 3 weeks ago, I think I published the code. And I know J316 looked it over, and we'll kind of keep a lot of that on the DL a little bit. But that code that I published was from somebody who works for a 3-letter agency, pretty much. So I find all kinds of stuff. It's cool. And I got the code in a better format to where later I can actually, if I found somebody, I said, hey, make me a Ripple wallet. Then I got the code and good. On the video here, it's not good. But on the copy I got, I can read every single code line. So in the future, I'm going to have my own Google wallet. Just saying. Google Pay. Well, we all know what Google Pay is actually XRP, on-demand liquidity. Wallets already support offline transactions. Well, I bet they do. Google Pay wallets already support offline transactions for card-based payments and in India. We just went over India the other day. That's what got the show shut down. I won't mention the names, but there was 2 banks that formed a corridor with USA, and both of those banks are Ripple partners, and I showed the evidence. Maybe my short will go into the section that says videos. I think that one they didn't mess with. That's where the evidence is. I show it really short, but it shows India's banks are Ripple partners. And the number one and number 2 bank in the country of, you know what I just said, are Ripple partners. Imagine number 1 bank, number 2 bank. Then the companies that are the banks, money service providers, whatever you want to call them, that made the corridor, they're Ripple partners as well. That's the show I couldn't get that show to play. They didn't want you to know that. So online payments are perceived as riskier. Online transactions can be verified and checked for money laundering and double spending, whereas offline ones cannot. One option is to use secure smart cards, similar to prepaid cards, for offline CBDC. Another is requiring smartphones to connect to the internet occasionally. Google Pays offline. So again, I'm showing this offline stuff. The video I just sent you shows 2014. Ripple already had offline payments with wallets. No other channel has showed you that. Um, Many CBDC solutions will struggle to gain traction by piggybacking on top of Google Pay's large user base. Central banks reduce the friction of consumer adoption. So I want you to see something what we got going on here right now. They just told us, and I just showed you as well with evidence. You've got Google, who's been linked up with Ripple from day one, which I proved to you, and they're allowing all the world's central banks to piggyback on top of Google Pay, which we know is Ripple. That's what's going on. By piggybacking on top of Google Pay, which is basically Ripple technology. Now, this is a very interesting one because here you got a company like Google, where the central, now all central banks are private, they're not government organizations, so it works. So you got Google getting in on the banking game, where all the top banks of the world are now going to run on Google tech. This is very interesting. This has never before happened. Additionally, because offline CBDC solutions are new, no, they're not. Crypto Hulk's already proven that. See, when you watch my channel, it's great. We got all this evidence. So we're reading articles. It says, because offline CBD solutions are new. And I'm like, wow, I just proved that they're not new. They've been around for 10 years. Just these new, see, you guys, you're ahead of all the news organizations when you watch my channel. It's a good spot to be in. We are ahead. So we read articles like this and I'm like, boop, that's false. The bullshit alert went right off. Offline solutions are not new. Ripple already done this 10 years ago. So when I read articles to you, that's why it's different. It's not just me. See, these other people that run channels read articles to you. They sprinkle it, and they don't even read the whole article. They just kind of highlight it. With my channel, you invest in your future, and you expect me to drill down on an article and show you what the future and past is. That's what I'm doing today. That's why people get memberships, because they're like, man, I want to know what happened in the past to create all this and where's it going. That's why people join my channel, because they want the best information. If Google integrates with the CBDC, if Google integrates, oh, I think they already have. We all know they have because they're using Ripple, and Ripple's with all the banks, so it's already a done deal. But let's continue. It says a big chunk of the technology is already proven. Of course it is, making it a low-risk option. As the BIS paper highlights, and it's a Ripple partner, each country will have different objectives. For example, in India, some people might not have regular internet access. Hence, the advantage of an offline CBDC Google Pay is widely used in India, is already being used, and already integrated with UPI. Well, imagine that. They're already running it, everybody. Interesting, isn't it? Offline CBDC for cash-like anonymity. Let's read this portion, then the article's over. In contrast, some advanced. This portion, then the article's over. In contrast, some. Whoa! My phone just started like playing the show. That's kind of strange. Why would it? They're doing something. Whatever the hell's going on here. Let me check the comment section, and then I'll read the last portion of this. Let's see, Henry Brown, Bill Quackenbush. Hold on, Henry Brown. Henry Brown for Halloween Hulk and button test. I think I read that one. Henry, thanks again. Smooth 1JBD. Thank you very much for that donation. Bill Quackenbush, thank you very much for yours as well. Listener supported. Stuart Lavelle. Yep, these mother effers have handcuffed me again. Oh, I want to say a nasty word. C. Don't do it, Stu. Okay, so Stuart, the other day, I contact him. I have social media. I got Facebook and these kinds of things. I've already put that information out. So he contacts me. He's like, "Crypto Hulk, this is the third time today." He keeps subscribing. I mean, we're laughing, but it's not funny. But it is, but it's not. It's like actually really screwed up. But like 3 times in the day, like he'll subscribe, he'll come back later, and it's unsubscribed. So Stu, try to delete the YT phone app and just load it back in. It's because when you go to delete it, it'll ask, "Do you want to keep your membership subscription open or something to the YT service at least?" Click yes. It'll delete the app, load it. Let me know if that works. I've already sent your screenshot. I have somebody within YT that I'm working with right now in the advertising department. So I've sent them your screenshot and they're going to try to follow up and find out what's going on. Henry Brown. 1 year in Hulk to everyone become a part of the Hulk family. $5 a month. Value yourself and learn while staying ahead of the curve. Exactly right. Blue Diamond 84. Hey Hulk, I unsubscribed to your channel to stop getting free memberships and join. I just saw my email somehow. I got another one been unsubscribed. Okay, I'll be sending that off to my contact at YT advertising department. Let me go right here. Okay, I'll be sending that off after the show. Max XRP gifted 1 Crypto Hulk, and that's Knox Bill. Peckerhead. Very interesting. Woke up late, but wanted to show my support. I'll rewatch the whole thing later. Wow. So I got members that I know it's early, Saturday, but dude wakes up, realized I had a show going, gave a donation, and goes back to sleep. Very interesting. These are the kind of people that watch my show. Appreciate that. Henry Brown, Hulk deep dives and explains crypto articles. So this is investing in your future. 00 Hulk 7. 007. Got that right, Henry Brown. Yap Tony. Thanks for that donation. Released. I've been unsubscribed. Okay, let me get a screenshot of that one. Okay. How old's Brad Garlinghouse? Is he going to be alive when XRP moons? I know. Let me check some. Okay, now I'm going down to the section where it says offline CBDC for cash-like anonymity. In contrast, some advanced economies such as Europe are primarily interested in offline CBDC as a digital cash-like option, providing anonymity for smaller transactions. Given Google's data-driven business models that might conflict with Europe's offline objectives. Google Pay. Central banks are also wary of big tech involvement in finance. Regulators blocked Facebook's Diem stablecoin, that was a private digital currency perceived as a direct threat to the central banks. So that's interesting how this is going to work. We're going to kind of wrap this one up. I wanted to focus on Google today. I showed you the 2013 Ripple page where Google was there. And you can clearly see from the employees at at Ripple here, these are old pictures. So this is the actual like yearbook um, of Ripple 2013. Shows all these people look young and they're all like 10 years older now. But I wanted to show you the Google article here because this is massive. And I had to show you all the connections with offline contracts. That goes back to Codius 10 years ago. And people are like, why are you always showing old articles? Well, dumbass, the reason is because in 2014, all this was already done and proven, especially right here. David Schwartz, the concept of what? Offline contracts. That's why I read older articles for all the dumbasses that like to leave these comments there. Because since you don't have a channel and you don't have a clue, you try to come on here and leave a comment like you do have one, and then I just block you for harassment and laugh and go on to the next person and do the same. And then I show you the connection with the Bank for International Settlements so that when we read, which we did, this Google article, how Google is going to be like the hub, let's say, the hub of the wheel, and all the central banks in the world utilize the Google technology, like the spokes of a wheel. Google, Ripple partner from day one. Now, another thing if you read that offline contracts, you can read it, you just have to pause it. I've also done other articles on the Codius, but what you'll find out, listen to this, Codius, smart offline contracts, right? I want you to see where we're going here with this. You got number one, Ripple and Google are together. The Bank for International Settlements is involved in this article, Ripple partner. I showed you a 2014 Ripple white paper called Codius. David Schwartz pointed out offline contracts. If you read the Codius, what Codius is, it's Google. It's Google. It's called Native Client. Look it up. Look up Google Native Client. And what that is, it's Codius. And Codius, showing right here, it's offline contracts mixed up with Codius as well. That's where all this connection is. That's why I spent damn near 1 hour showing you this. Because all the world's central banks will run on the Google offline contract platform that we're reading about here with CBDCs. It's all Ripple, Google, BIS. Google's native client is pretty much the brains of the operation. This show is pretty much complete. Bill Quackenbush has been a member for 12 months. But okay, that is it for today. Delete the YT app and reinstall and click yes on the subscription. There you go, we're done. And I don't know if I'm going to make another show. Probably not. I'm not sure. Never say never, like James Bond, right? I'll see you guys later. Again, remember, go ahead and sign up for my Rumble page. It'll be, I'll have 2 social media sites running. The Rumble page starts Halloween. It's called Hulk, Hulk, put a space, and then Crypto, Crypto. I have a store there for merchandise. There's some pretty funny stuff in there. It's pretty cool, actually. And at that point, I think that'll be it. I'll see y'all in my next broadcast.